I know there's a few of you. Life in prison, Zach. Want to talk about your sentencing experiences? I don't know if you've been sentenced more than once, but not like Big Weeby. I think he's got us all beat on days of sentencing. But Zach, it's your turn.
I kind of got sentenced twice. So in West Virginia, since I was a first-time felon, I had a bunch of misdemeanors, but I'd never been to prison yet. So whenever I went there, like, okay, well, we've given you all these chances in the past, so you're going to take these felonies. So at first they sent me to this place called the Anthony Center. It's out in Greenbrier County. It's for ages 18 to 25. It's male and female. It's kind of like, it's a DOC prison, but it's kind of like a beginner DOC. So if you're in your early 20s, never really gotten in trouble, it's kind of like, okay, you're going to take this felony, but we're not going to send you to real prison, right?
Zach, I had a cousin there too.
Yeah, it's a setup. So it's like, it's an 18-month long program, and then after you get out, you still have 5 years of probation type stuff. It's impossible. My sentence was 10 years. So 1 to 10, it was an escape, entering without breaking, and grand larceny, all ran together. So
Did they come hard on you for escapes?
Yeah, man, they didn't like that. They
it's a real issue.
Yeah, it's a real issue.
What's wrong with these guys?
Yeah, I was handcuffed inside the police station, slipped out my cuff, out the room, out the building, ran through a group of cops, dipped off. I mean, they were looking for me for 2 weeks. Like, for that night, they were all out that night. But yeah, they did not like that at all. So, for sentencing, I was always a flight risk. So I was always going to be behind, closed two fences.
So you had to go to the high levels, right?
Yeah. So I got to the Anthony Center. I messed that up, right? So I went back in front of the judge, and he was like, I just gave you a chance. What are you doing? I was like,
yeah,
look, man,
right.
That I'm not with that. Like, I'd rather be up there. So they end up sending me to Huttonsville. So in West Virginia, for state-wise, you've got Mount Olive is like top, and then it goes Huttonsville. And they sent me there first. Got a bunch of trouble, and court wasn't too bad, just because I had the victim, I guess you could say the person I ended up robbing, he came to court on my behalf.
That's what the prosecutor calls them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the person I ended up robbing, he came to court on my behalf and testified, saying, Zach, this, and that, blah, blah, blah. He messed up, give him a chance, blah, blah, blah. So at the end of the day, court, it wasn't bad. I wouldn't fry it or anything. They were just like, all right, well, you've been getting slaps on the wrist, so you're going to take these felonies. And, since being out, the only thing I can do is keep going forward, because that life is not getting anybody anywhere. I can promise you that. And with my channel, as some of you may know, some you don't know, I've been out for I got out in 2016, July 2016. Got out, went and got my medical degree. Now I work in urgent care. So on my channel, what I do is talk about my past prison experiences, going through these, maximum security prisons, because I am involved in an organization, still am. So yeah, I went down a wrong path, but I do interviews with these individuals that's still in prison, because they got the video tablets and stuff, so they can video chat with us. So I have these people that sell drugs, or people that are doing life sentences, explain their stories to hopefully, try to keep people from going down the route, because a lot of these dudes
try to help them while they're inside, because that's when you can make those decisions to turn your life around. Don't wait till you get out of prison. That's probably not going to happen if you wait till then.
Technically, you're helping two people, because you got the individuals that are willing to watch the video after I put it on YouTube. But then again, it's very therapeutic for the inmates to not only just sit there, but to get everything off their chest. Because some of these dudes, honestly, that I talked to, some of these guys are serving life sentences. So some of their families cut them off because of the crimes that they've committed. Because, you're killing somebody, it's a heinous crime. So some of the families cut them off. Well, they've went through their own thing, and now they've gone down this other path. So by me just talking to them and putting their story out there. Plus, honestly, I shoot them, $20, $30 every time they get on camera too. So it helps them out in more ways than once. So,
Good deal.
with many in my head, I'm like, with a lot of dudes still in prison that I know, I mean, there's multiple stories. And since some of these dudes are never getting out, it's a lifelong worth of stories. It's always going to be different because there's thousands of inmates that I know.
Yeah, families write you off. You guys remember Scott Peterson, right? The serial killed his wife and the
in California.
Yeah, so I lived in Tuolumne County, and I was at a restaurant. His mother-in-law came to give me a flyer to put up on our restaurant, and she had already written him off and his family and everything. I mean, I don't think that guy's going to ever get reformed, but families write you off, man. Especially if you're doing a long-term sentence or life sentence. Yeah, they'll write you off. My father wrote me off while I was in prison.
Oh yeah.
He wrote me off when he found out I got indicted. But,
yeah, my parents.
That's another story because he beat me like a pulp growing up, and it's a long story. You can watch the video, but
God
yeah,
damn. Yeah, my parents they wrote me off, but
yeah,
they messed with me because at first because I was adopted, so my parents are in their 70s, older white couple, right? So no one in my family had ever been in trouble, never got locked up, none of that stuff. I mean, I went to private school pretty much my whole life. Like that lifestyle was not what I was brought up around. So, but when you shelter people, and I eventually got out, at first they're like, we're not messing with you, but then they started, they send me $30-$40 a month. Obviously I had to hustle what I had to inside to get what I wanted, but I felt like I'm glad. I mean, I only did 5 years straight, but I'm glad I went, to be honest with you, because I have a completely different mindset than when I did before going in. I mean, I'm only 33.
Do, Zach. You do your videos at work, I noticed. I can see the background that you're working in a hospital, and man, I love that. That here's a felon shooting a video from a hospital, and here, look at me. I'm in the medical field. I've turned my life around. I mean, and Zach, I just love your videos, man.
I think it's funny, to be honest with you. Like, I do love helping people because I am the definition of the stereotype. Okay, I'm black. I'm in a gang. I'm a felon. I have tattoos everywhere. So when I call individuals back at the urgent care, or if I'm working at the hospital, either or, as a medical assistant, whenever I call them back to either take their vials to give them COVID tests, to either give them the splint, whatever it may be, right? The looks on their faces, they're not sure how to take me at first. When I call them back, the first thing they go through their head is they just see this black dude in scrubs tatted out. So they're like,
Yeah, I mean, they're just now getting used to Doogie Howser, and then they see you.
Yeah, exactly. So, but when I start, taking their care and stuff like that, they're like, wow. I mean, some people know my past, to be honest with you, that I've been to prison. They would have never guessed it, to be honest with you, unless I would have said something. But at the end of the day, it's not a weakness. It's definitely a strength because I've been to the bottom and had to dig my way back out. So I know what the other side's like, and I'm cool without going back.
Hey, Zach, let me ask you, have you done any other live videos like you're doing now? Because you kind of just are on your own, right?
Yeah, I've done an interview with Lockdown 23-1. I did an interview with him.
I got to hear about this. He won't respond to any comments. He's too big, and he's bigger than you, Matt.
He's definitely big, man. You know what I did? I just like with everybody else, each person that pretty much that's in here that I haven't really got to know, every time a video's out, I'm, algorithms anonymous, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the comments, hitting the likes, and that's what I was doing. I was in his shit. Like Instagram, I'm in his shit. And I didn't even have 1,000 subscribers yet. Like, honestly, that video that I did with him got me over that 1,000 subscriber mark. So, but Harvey, to be honest with you, Harvey was the first dude with numbers that kind of messed with him, to be honest with you. That when I first came out on YouTube, I was in Harvey's shit, man. And
Harvey, you're the grandfather of all